back for another episode of The Curve, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Hey, yes, woo! Let's give it up for ourselves. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We are glad to have you back for another week. I am again sitting around the table with my lovely co-hosts.
Hey, it's Felicia. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm Tony G. Campbell.
Tony G.
Hey, I'm Melissa.
Yes, and we want to send a special shout out to Stony Love, who is feeling very, very under the weather. She had an amazing show this afternoon, and after that, she was just not feeling amazing. So we wish you well. We hope you're watching, and we will talk to you soon. So y'all, there have been a lot of things that have happened since we last met around the table. Y'all ready to talk about it?
Come on,
Yes.
let's go.
Come on.
All right.
Let's start with the juiciest stuff.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with the rents. Okay, we're gonna start off with the foolishness. Then we're gonna, bring it back around to some more foolishness. But let's start off with this. Y'all, the people at Prada. Did y'all hear about this?
Oh,
heard
come on.
about
Let's
y'all.
talk about
Yes.
the purse.
Let's listen. So I feel like this is another monkey in the jungle concept.
Right.
Little-
Absolutely.
Another monkey in the jungle foolishness.
Pretty much.
The good people at Prada, who clearly have no people of color anywhere.
That was the telltale.
That's really
That's
it.
what it was.
You don't have not a single person of color on your marketing staff. You don't have them. Not the janitors, not the
There's
the
not an
communication.
inclusion in diversity.
You don't
Not at all.
have no diversity
Prada.
and inclusion statement in any part of your company motto, mission, vision, none of that. Because these people decided that they were going to, as an inclusion on a person in a new line, they were going to put a small keychain figurine that looked like something out of a 1930s Sambo movie. Like, it is like a little brown figure with like really exaggerated red lips. And it literally is looking like a Sambo figurine. And so, of course, Twitter, which never loses. Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. Twitter never loses. Twitter pops up and drags the good people at Prada, as they should have. That was a well-deserved drag. They dragged the people at Twitter, at Prada, and Prada responded saying, "Of course we're not racist. Like, of course." Who thought we were racist? No, we didn't put this racist figure on the purse, y'all. This was a fantasy character. That's what they called it, a fantasy.
A monkey fantasy character that made me think to myself, you do not have anyone in inclusion and diversity at Prada.
Nowhere.
So now you're saying it's in between Sambo and a monkey.
I started trying to do a little bit of research because I want to know what kind of fantasy. What is the fantasy about? I don't get it. I clearly don't get it.
So they issued an apology, and they then closed down their store. They say they saw the little girls in the window rolling down the window, rolling down the window. They have thus taken their purses, that particular purse, out of production, and removed the Sambo figurine.
But here's the thing about that whole situation.
What's the thing?
The thing about it is the store was based in a quote unquote, in the article it said high-end area where they're luxury shops, meaning it wasn't for us in the first place. Let's talk about it. It wasn't for us in the first place. You didn't check with anyone. Well, we know you don't have anyone of color that could have stopped this before it went into production, and then to say, well, you're not the people that's buying it anyway.
Right.
Because it wasn't in like a general store that you see, in your Phipps or in your Lennox. It was in like a Rodale Drive in Soho in New York.
But the funny part is, black women, Latina women,
consumer.
exactly. We're spending billions
All the dollars.
of
That's
dollars
right.
supporting
All of them.
these brands. So how could they not think, regardless to the location of the store?
Well, they didn't probably really care. But my thing is that even in a high-end store, we have high-end people of color. So whether they say it was in a high-end store or even a low-end, high-end store, we have money across the board.
Exactly.
And
You
we're
know,
spending
it's not
it.
like we're only in the ghetto or any place like that, or just middle class, we have high-end people.
Because every
Oprah
girl I
Winfrey.
know is rocking
Do you
around with
remember
Louis
when
Vuitton.
that happened?
Yeah.
No. But you got go back to when the same kind of situation happened when Oprah went to Europe, and I forgot what store she went to purchase a purse from, and the lady wouldn't let her in the store. She didn't know who she was.
Which, how do you
I know who it
walk the earth and not know?
Oprah Winfrey
Like,
is.
how do you, what do you, even if I did like really know, I would be like, you look real familiar.
Right.
Won't you just come on in anyway? Like, girl, what are you doing with your life?
Right.
Ugh.
So
So,
what we need to do is stop patronizing these stores.
that's
Like,
really it.
why
That
do
part.
we have to buy Prada and whoever else? What was it? Calvin? Not Calvin.
Louis
Klein.
Vuitton
Who's
and
that
There was
little
an
man
H&M.
that don't? He says I don't even make
Hilfiger.
clothes. Hilfiger.
Oh.
No,
Like,
yeah, Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren is who said that.
we just have to stop buying their stuff. I mean, there are great people of color who are designers out here who have great product, who have high-end product. Stop buying these racist people items. That's all I say.
You
'Cause
know,
I don't buy product.
I really feel like it's past time for us as a people to have our own like high end. We need like
Absolutely.
need like a luxe collection of something. We
Absolutely.
need like a haute couture collection of something. We have to have I can't name a black designer or a person of color even that's on the level of a Louis Vuitton or a Marc Jacobs or
Well, you know why? Because our people, we're not supporting our people.
well, that's
That
true.
is true.
Supporting
Drink to
And-
that.
the
and
high
that-
end.
That's a huge problem. is
Well,
that we
even
don't support our
Kamora Lee
people.
Simmons tried to get into that realm of
Yes, she did.
having a more high-end brand. When she branched out, when Baby Fat was sold, she tried to do her own line, and it's doing well, but it's not. It's in the Nordstrom's arena, but it's not positioned as your Versace
Yeah.
and
Well,
Gucci.
that's because it's in Nordstrom's. Why can't it be in a Baby Fat store? Like, why can't she
Well, it's not
just
Baby
have,
Fat anymore,
or,
so
They
she
sold
it.
it.
She sold.
What
They
is it?
sold Baby
KLS?
Fat.
It's
Yeah,
KLS
collection.
well, whoever she is,
But
have
then-
her store, because Nordstrom isn't going to put that care and attention into her products like
I
they
agree.
would a Ralph Lauren or Tommy
A designer,
Hilfiger
yeah,
or
it's just a
And then
designer.
I think a lot of it has to do with the time. Because in the 90s, you saw
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
true.
of people supporting
Urban
your Baby
fashion.
Fat urban wear.
Rockaware.
Rockaware. What was Damon John with LL Cool J?
Oh, not
Baby-
Baby Farm. FUBU.
FUBU.
FUBU. Yeah, you're right. Now that was we did have our time, Esco, and like
Absolutely.
that urban fashion arena, and I feel like even that time has passed though. Like I feel like who are the urban designers now who are like really doing it big and really have their product out there and really have their brand out there. Like I know Damon John sold FUBU.
Absolutely.
You know, Kamora Lee Simmons and
Russell
Russell
Simmons.
Simmons sold Fat Farm and Baby Fat.
because
Like
people weren't buying their stuff.
well,
They're
no,
buying,
they were
weren't
buying
it.
it.
No, they may have been buying it, but not as much as they're buying the other stuff.
Well, see, I feel
It's a
like
different
what happened.
demographic.
Yeah, so I feel like what happened is those particular entrepreneurs had the opportunity to make some money, so they sold them to people who didn't understand the urban market. And then once they did, the quality of the product. Think about Sean John. Like after Diddy sold Sean John, the quality in Sean John just deteriorated rapidly. And so those people, like people who who were putting into the urban community, and those people who were selling into the urban community, how do you sell Sean John without Diddy?
Well, the thing about it is that's
why are you selling the businesses? Why are they selling all of
making
the
money.
They
Making
money.
money.
That's
But,
what
okay,
it is.
I
Sean
understand
made
that.
millions.
I understand that
It's about
millions
the
that
money.
they're making, but you don't see all the other people selling their brand. They're not
Now that's-
selling.
Now that's
their-
true.
Well,
to other people.
not true. What's the man's name who sells the purses that they're now in Macy's?
Michael Kors.
Michael Kors is
Michael
selling.
Kors.
Listen, Michael Kors is selling his stuff to the highest bidder. And what's that
But
girl who
I was
almost
about to say,
committed
is he
suicide?
selling it just because he wants to
Kate
go
Spade.
do something else,
Kate
or
Spade,
is
Kate
because
Spade.
he's retired and he's ready to
No,
retire.
he sold it so that he could take that money and build other brands.
He sold it. I want to say, who did Coach acquire?
No, somebody acquired Coach.
He acquired
He
Coach.
acquired Coach, yeah.
And then he sold to someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. So
it's a business at the end of the day.
And these urban entrepreneurs are out here making these dollars. Making all the money.
If you want to sell, put it in the contract that they have to keep pushing that product.
They should.
Or, you know,
they're not going to, girl.
it's just going to die off.
Because let me tell you something. If I create a clothing line and somebody wants millions,
you can have it.
Let me tell you what you can do. Let me tell you.
Where do I sign?
Where's my contract?
Give me the dollars and what you do after.
Yeah, right.
But you can even, who was that? Damon John was saying even when he sold FUBU. Because the thing about it is how FUBU really blew up was LL Cool J put the hat on in a Gap commercial.
That's really
and people paid more attention to the commercial, the hat, than they did the Gap sweatshirt.
That's really it.
And so if you're doing that and you have someone that can position your product, that's how you win.
That's it. That's really it. Speaking of fresh clothes, I want to shout out my co-host Felicia because she got your girl out here looking like a snack. And Felicia, yeah, I know, right? Felicia is opening up her own clothing boutique soon. As soon as we get us an intern and a website and all this stuff popping off. But she's got your girl out here looking
extra curvy girl plus.
You know, extra curvy girl plus. She got your girl out here. Speaking of good fashion, honey. Speaking of good fashion. Now, people, I had a table question out here. Since y'all done talked about Prada. Since y'all talked about Prada so bad, do y'all accept Prada's apology? That was the question on the table. Like, they have apologized. They said, we sorry.
No, because
we
in
didn't
the
mean
apology,
it.
no, they didn't. They said it was supposed to be a monkey.
They-
That's better. Like, that's better.
I just think when these companies get scrutinized and they give their apologies, it's only for.
Where's Olivia Pope? She need to clean this mess up. She need to clean this mess up. Where's Olivia Pope?
People on Instagram, listen, if you are accepting, since your girl can't see these words, if you accept Prada's apology, I want you to put a heart. If you don't accept it, I want you to put thumbs down because I can see the icons, but I can't see the words. I just want to see. I just want to see what y'all around here thinking on the gram. Holla at your girl. Let me know what you think.
I'm so sick and tired of these afterthought apologies when it's like companies are like, well, it's better to ask for an apology versus get approval ahead of time. Because you can't tell me that you don't even have to be a person of color. A white person know what that icon means.
Not necessarily. It depends on.
If you've gone into any kind of history class,
well, they're taking it out the books.
They're not teaching our children anymore.
We were migrant workers. We migrated.
Yeah.
So we haven't been out of school that long, people.
They're not
out of the curriculum.
Plus, we also have to think about the fact that Prada is not a U.S.-based company.
Exactly.
It's a European-based company. And the European history classes are clearly not teaching what is happening in the United States. Now, here's the thing. I feel you in the fact that they have a responsibility to understand the culture in the places where they sell their product.
Exactly.
Now that I deeply believe. So please, Prada and every other company out there, if you're going to be selling to people of color, if you're going to be selling in the United States of America, get yourself a person of color on your marketing staff, on your communications team.
Diversity and inclusion.
Clearly, you need a person of color on your crisis team. That's what you mean. Because you people are in crisis. Okay? You're in crisis. Whew. Speaking of crisis, people. So y'all remember some weeks ago when we had this conversation about Victoria's Secrets and how people were not feeling it and how we were personally not feeling what Victoria's Secrets was doing and how we were going to forever shop at Frederick's. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we weren't the only curvy girls on the planet who were like, nah, Vicky, nah, girl, we ain't having it. There was a group of women of all shapes and sizes, but particularly curvy women, who decided that the way that they were going to protest the Victoria's Secret's fashion show and that foolishness of an interview, they were going to go outside, stand in their underwear, nude underwear at that, like not just underwear, nude underwear. They were going to stand outside the Victoria's Secrets in London. By the way, where it's cold. I'm just saying, that's a whole other topic. But they are out there in London in their underwear, posing and protesting Victoria's Secrets. Now, the question on the table, ladies, is would you pose naked, nearly naked, to prove a point?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. And the one woman went in the store and stripped down.
Now that I didn't know.
She did.
Everybody
one
take a
of
drink
them
for her.
went in, yes.
Cheers to her. Shout out
sure
to her.
Did.
Yes. Cheers
Went
to her.
in the store. Absolutely. Because it wasn't just about, in the article, it talked about, it wasn't just about shape or size. It was about this thing called womanhood.
Yeah.
Sticking together. There were people crying, taking pictures of them at every age. And so it's saying that I'm enough.
Yeah.
Getting the point that you're not just going to eliminate and say, oh, we're just going to make this in a size 12. But beauty is within all of us.
Absolutely.
For the woman to walk in, I was like, she took all the clothes.
All the clothes?
Because don't you remember when Dove had an ad?
I do remember when Dove had the ad. Dove did an ad. I think it was called Every Beauty or what. I remember their ad. It was wonderful. It made me cry.
But theirs was just a little bit more.
It was pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little bit more natural. Dove, you can tell they kind of.
They toned it down a lot.
It was toned, but it was everything. I saw good mother scars.
Listen,
I saw
those are battle wounds.
Yes, they are. I got a couple. Yes, it's all right to have your little battle wounds.
Yeah.
I did. Would you pose nearly naked to prove a point, friend?
Most definitely.
Most
definitely. I just have a different stance. You know, I wasn't here.
Yeah.
That conversation.
What you think about the Victoria's Secret foolishness?
I think though that it's crazy. It is, but I think that when you create a brand, you don't have to include everybody.
Yeah. Ooh.
You can, if I had a vision, and you were in my vision, you're what I see. I don't have to include you. So I just think that for people to think that Victoria's Secret has to market and sell to women that's shaped like us, they don't have to. Create your own. Create your own. If you're that upset about it, create your own. In this day and age, we can do whatever we want to do. Create your own lane. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. That's a perspective.
Listen, I didn't know.
But I still will pose naked just to do it. You have a drink.
Listen, Pony, just a little bit.
True sad. Yes.
True sad, really. Like, I was still.
I would just do it just for the heck of it.
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I definitely understand the point, and I deeply believe in protesting. Like, I feel like sometimes you have to make a splash. Sometimes you have to prove your point. I don't know if nearly naked in front of the Victoria's Secret proves the point. It definitely provided the shock factor and the awe factor that I think they were looking for, right? But there are things. I don't necessarily think that women should have to go to that extreme to prove a point. Like, I feel like there's got to be a better way. I'm a fan of financial protests. I feel like the deepest protest, the best way that I can get you to do what I want you to do is stop spending my coins. When you have to lay off half of your workforce, you are going to get real clear about who your market is. You're going to get real clear about what is acceptable to say and what is acceptable to do. And here's the thing. I don't necessarily think I disagree with you. I think you're absolutely right. Businesses have the right to market to who they want to market to. I think my issue is with the gentleman who made the comments, the Ed Razik or Razik or the VP dude. My biggest issue with him was the manner in which he said it. Like, it was real lazy and real, like, I mean, we tried that, and and plus size women just aren't buying your product. No, sir, that is not what happened. Like, if I would prefer him to say, we just don't feel like marketing to plus size women. Like, we just not gonna do that, and be honest about it, than to lie basically and say, oh, plus size women don't want Victoria's Secrets. Like, that's not our target. That's not our that those women aren't looking towards Victoria's Secrets for clothing. No, that's not true. Lots of plus size women come in your store. They just buy Body Splash.
We buy Body
Let me
Splash.
tell you something.
Like that.
Watch
I've
him
never
come up
looked-
and partner with Lane Bryant.
Yeah.
Watch it.
But-
Watch
and
it.
they
That's what ended up happening.
I've never been interested in
their
their
partner with Lane Bryant. That's what the whole.
I don't believe
he
him.
tried
I don't
to
believe
do
that. I
a
think that
plus size
was free.
thing
What's the
in
line that
2000.
Lane Bryant has? The
Cachet?
Yeah.
Cacique.
Cacique. I think that was pre that line.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point in time, if my memory serves me correct, didn't Lane Bryant have a fashion show, something similar
They did.
to what Victoria's Secrets has?
Yeah.
And
They
it was so with all of this that's going on and with the feedback that they're receiving, I would bet my bottom dollar that somewhere in the near future they'll probably end up partnering, doing
They
something.
should. And then they
You
should
think
fire
so?
their VP.
I was gonna say, but
Get
then would
somebody
you
new.
shop there?
I've
never been interested in their-
design wise as it relates to
Would I shop?
some of their pieces that they have.
No, because I'm petty, and I feel like once you piss me
Listen.
off, I'm not like,
Well, at least be honest.
I
I
mean,
appreciate your honesty.
like, I'm petty, and I'm
petty.
gonna be like, I'm still one of those people that buy Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, or all of that. Because you know, back in the day when he was on Oprah, he was like, "Oh, we don't cater to black people." I'm still one of those people who's like, I don't buy Polo.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go into a store and try and force them to have stuff for me. If they don't want me in their store, I'm not going to shop there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, point blank. I don't buy half of that stuff.
Yeah, well, I get that.
I don't even buy their body spray. If I need body spray, I can go somewhere else.
I do like a
I
Bath
have
and Body
that
Works
Bed,
body
Bath
spray.
and Body. Yeah.
I've kind of leaned toward Bath and Body Works.
I
so
do like a Bath
you
and
know.
Body Works body spray. That's not a bad spray, people.
Yeah, I buy all the above.
And Bath and Body Works fits all people.
That is true.
Okay, guys. Well,
Come
we
on.
are going to take a very quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more of the Curve.
Yes.
We are back with more of the Curve now to get into the real stuff, y'all, because my timeline has been blowing up all week long. So I'm gonna just hop right on into this thing. Your girl Cardi B and her ex-husband, soon to be ex-husband,
Estranged.
Strange
husband.
They're not gonna get divorced.
Say, hold on, Fee, hold on. So Cardi was at one of her concerts at work. Okay, at her concert, doing her job, doing a wonderful job. She was the first woman to headline. I think it was the Radio Hall, jingle something or other. Anyway, she's at her job doing her good work. When onto the stage, comes her estranged ex-husband.
Estranged husband.
Her estranged.
It's not her ex.
He's not ex.
Not ex yet.
Estranged. Y'all see where I'm going.
She
Y'all
ain't
see
got
where
no-
y'all see where I'm at with
No,
this, right?
she
Y'all
done
see
threw him
where
out the door.
he can't stay. Her estranged husband comes onto the stage while she's working and gives her rolls of flowers that say, "I miss you, I love you, take me back, baby, please, baby, please, baby,
take me
please,
back."
please, take me back." Now, this grand gesture, okay, that he has done, Cardi does not look, she looks none too pleased, okay? She is looking at him like, I can't believe you.
You don't come to my job.
You don't come.
You don't come to my job.
Listen, and so he walks off of the stage, and he has been on Instagram and the Twitter and all of the social medias ever since, begging and pleading, acting a fool, talking about how badly he wants your girl Cardi back. The question on the table, ladies, is has anyone, first of all, do you think women can cause men to cheat, and would you take Offset back?
First of all, you cheat because you want to cheat. It has nothing to do with me.
I need more wine.
Second of all, I just personally on this whole thing, I think it's a personal decision.
Absolutely.
It's a personal decision, and I feel as though with all the reason why it's so hard for them to process all of this, let's start with him, because his rationale was it came out in public, so I'm gonna apologize in public. Your first little petty apology was good.
It was
You was
tacky.
good. You know, we were good. Then give me some space. You said I'm sorry. I got it. So she posted where she loved these flowers that came from somewhere that somebody else sent. Then here he comes rolling out this, will you take me back? I feel as though, number one, I've been in a position, been there, done that, you know, haven't been married before. And a lot of the people that was on my timeline, let's keep it all the way real, they ain't never been married. Let's go there. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. I think that, yes, she was at work. I've had some I'm sorry's flowers come on in at work. No, he didn't show up. Well, I did have one show up. But I was just like, I mean, I had the same face. I was like, okay, it's enough. Go ahead. Go. Like, I get it. I get your sorry. But at the same time, I think that the pressure of taking back, like the game who is not married, is putting his 2 cents in. But we have people like Vanessa and Kobe Bryant that went through the same similar thing.
That's true.
Let's talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Equally true, but you know where Jay-Z did not show up? On stage. You better not never
so tacky.
come to my place of work and pop on where I'm getting checks. No, you will not.
It's not. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is how I get his mindset. Like, I want you back. I get that. But how did this man get there? Where were them people that let him in there in the first place?
Well, of course they're not going to turn him away.
I was gonna say, they're not going to turn Offset away. They're like,
Why?
this is Cardi's husband, and he has money. He paid his way in there, I'm pretty sure.
Each
But
of those people would have been fired.
I literally work in my home office, and I don't like to be bothered in my home office. So you're not going to come, if I'm on stage in front of all these people, no, you're not going to come and bother me on stage. First of all, you're interrupting my show. You throwing me off mentally. After that, I mean, she got back into, she got her groove
She
on,
really
but
did.
it takes a lot of control and focus to get back into that routine. And the whole time she thinking like, I can't believe this then came up and
I say go
interrupted
for
my
what you know.
show.
I say go for what you know.
No,
It
no,
is
he
what
could
it
have
is.
kept sending the flowers. He should have thought about all of this before he decided to send them text messages trying to set up a threesome without his wife anyway.
Yeah, that's really it.
That's when you need to think about whether you're going to be sorry. When you think about hitting send on that text message,
That's
you
the time.
need to say,
But that's another
am I
conversation.
going to lose my family
Like,
over
you
this?
know who you're marrying. You know, like, real talk. You know who you're
Exactly.
marrying. She knew about all of this prior to. And so, my thing is, and even the situation where we've talked about other celebrities who have made some grand gestures, be it, you know, your T.I.'s with his new song, Mr. F It Up, or whatever it's called. And he has a video depicting everything that he's kind of took Tiny through within the last couple of years. You know who you're marrying.
True.
You know who
But
you're marrying.
they may do things together with extra people, but if they may have had an agreement, and if you go beyond that agreement, then because something had to, if she's used to this, then this whole separation thing, she'll be like, you know what, we done got through it before, whatever.
Kind of like Tiny.
Yeah.
If,
like
if she's been through this
Vanessa
already, but
Bryant.
see, he did something extra for her to be like, you gotta go.
But what's the difference between her and Vanessa Bryant? Like, Kobe wrote the girl a check and kind of made her move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then she didn't disappear. She
did
came back.
She did. I think the difference is Offset and Cardi are both in the business.
Yeah,
Vanessa and Kobe aren't both. Vanessa is a wife. Like, she's not Kobe.
So let's talk about Tiny then.
Okay.
Because Tiny is a wife who was in the industry
also
first. Her husband was slapping the girl's butt.
Think about how many times he's done that, though.
But he does
like,
grand gestures. He's come up when they performed in Detroit. They were separated, and he did the same thing. He came on stage, like,
right. But he was scheduled to come on. Did you see her put her mic down and talk to him like, if you don't get your off this stage right now?
I say go for what you know. He, at the end of the day,
not on my job.
He was like, she said, get off the stage. I hear it. I get she was the first person to do this Billboard show and all of this.
Yeah.
I don't really think it was an act of desperation.
True.
It was and you know, people are saying, oh, that starts domestic violence and that's how you look. That man knows he messed up. He knows that at the same time, and maybe it's because I sit in another chair and listen to couples that really are trying to fight for their marriage. Because everybody's recipe for marriage is different.
Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely
it's different.
And
absolutely
he took 2 steps to the left. That's why his marriage is where it is now. Because I feel like if they had agreements on, like I said, I'm pretty sure they have a spicy sex life or whatever.
I don't want that
because
spice,
but that might be that for
spicy
them.
food.
I know other couples that that's their agreement. They can go out together and find other people and have fun and do all that good stuff. But the moment you go outside of that agreement, it's over. So for her to be like, nah, get out, peace out, and especially since they just had a baby,
well,
all that other stuff. No, because I would think a person like Cardi, because she loved that situation, even the fact that they kept their marriage a secret for a good year before anybody even found out that they were married, and she wants that family life. She wants that whole union.
That's the risk you take. See, that's the thing about how we define marriage. And that's a totally different conversation on how we define marriage and what does marriage mean to you. Yeah. Because from my perspective, I'm not bringing no competition in my bedroom with my husband. I'm not. Because that's the risk that you take. So you can't get mad when it doesn't go your way and say, but we agreed. It's a lot of things that people agree to, but it doesn't always happen, and especially when you're talking about something like sex.
Yeah, but I don't
she's not mad.
like
She
this.
figured it out.
Yeah, so I think that the problem is that he decided, I'm going to go over here with this girl. Like, it didn't happen in the confines of their relationship. it happened, and like he stepped outside of whatever their agreement was, and then he went over here and was like, "No, I need these two girls over here. Like I'm gonna set up this threesome with these other folks." That's what happened. And my problem with everything that Offset has done is that this is narcissistic behavior. It is narcissistic. It is look at me.
Then play the
See
victim.
me,
Okay.
let me. I'm so sad. I can't believe she not taking me back. I miss her. I this, that, and the third. Instead of saying, I am responsible for what I did. I did this, and this was wrong. I should not have done this to my wife. I am sorry for that. He is not manning up. It's just, oh, you breaking up my family. Oh, you da 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 da.
Now,
Oh,
I
you
agree
doing,
with that.
Oh,
I do
you're
agree
doing
with the
this to
position.
me versus
I agree with the
I
position.
take responsibility for the wrong that I have
agree with the
done
position.
and caused that. That's my problem with Offset. And all of his little co-signers, The Game and T.I. and
They all doing the same thing.
and the Cheaters Anonymous crew that lined up and told him this
basically
like
hashtag take Offset back. Now that's bullying. Now that kind of stuff was what I absolutely agree with the ownership. And I think I really could have been a little bit more empathetic with him on that first apology had he owned it.
Yeah.
Had he owned it. And he didn't. And then we got The Game chiming in, and we know about your little history.
Community penis.
We know about your history.
Game is
and then you have T.I. chiming in where you and yours have a totally different situation going on. And you all have kept that going for over 20 years. Okay. But at the same time, I think that there's just a certain level of I was watching something last night, and I mean, you had people trying to pray and arguing with people. April and LaShawn Daniels had this whole, we're going to pray for him because you don't know what marriage is like. Like, I got what he was doing. And even they said that she fired her DJ. Because the DJ was the one, because they have the same management company, and she let the management company know if he shows up, this is not acceptable. Well, he went through the DJ.
Wow.
So the DJ is now unemployed.
Well,
hey,
I agree.
That's exactly what should be happening. Like, if you come to my show and I'm paying you with my coin that I'm supposed to be paying you with, you are not going to let you know better. You know what's happening.
You jeopardize your own job.
Saw Instagram. You know what's going on in my life.
Right.
But why couldn't Offset apologize that first time and then give her space and allow her?
But that's not what men do. They mess
allow
up
her to
and then
think on
they
her
pester
own.
you and they beg you to take them back.
But that doesn't make us want you back.
But
That's
that's
say goodbye.
No.
But that's how society has set it up.
Yeah.
Society has set it up to us. It's let me be more reactive than proactive.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, no, I'm like, leave me alone.
And
I'm going to disappear.
That's all she really asked for was space.
Space.
She said, hey, listen, I hear you. I appreciate these roses and these apologies. And right now, I just need you to leave me all the way alone. But that narcissism.
I feel like there's a better way he could have gotten his point across. Like, you could send her flowers every day. Like, I get the desperation. Like, I get the fact that he doesn't want to give her the space because I don't want you. Like, I get that presentation is everything. He went a bit far, so.
I don't, he did go a bit far, and I get desperate. And listen, here's the thing, your girl appreciates a grand gesture. Yeah. I think all girls appreciate a grand gesture. But there is a place in time where don't embarrass me, dude.
Because he could have said, my thing was, he could have done it off on the side of the stage. Like, had the flowers there. Will you take me back? Yeah. Standing there on the side of the stage. But to come on stage, like, I got it, but it was a bit much.
It was so much. And
it was a bit much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want to say, like, men have a way to bring you down when you're up here. And they will always try to bring you down. I just really hope that she makes the best decision. Like you said, it's a personal choice. I hope she makes the best decision for her family. Yes, she's young. That's a big part of it. She loves him, but over time,
and she has
a family.
Over time, though, if he continues to keep on doing these things, hopefully one day she'll realize her worth and be done with it and move on. Because she could probably have anybody
Anybody she wants. So super quick before we go to break. Has anybody ever done a grand gesture for you that you was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get back with you.
I can't remember.
Y'all going over there because I don't even want to talk right now. I don't even want to talk about it. Y'all answer this question.
I'm very mean. Once you hurt me, you can't.
True facts.
Leave me alone. Yeah,
That's it.
It's done.
We out.
Yeah.
Grand gesture.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a grand gesture trying to get me back per se, but maybe. No. It was my husband, and we went through a moment where. No. He didn't do anything wrong. It was me. I literally came to him and was like,
"Oh, so you?
I don't want to be married anymore."
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "No, I'm not feeling this and all this good stuff." So I had went away and I came back, and when I came back, he brought me in the house and he had like flowers and everything, and he washed my feet and everything. Come to find out, I was pregnant and my hormones was out of whack. But
come on, hormones.
Them hormones had me all kinds of crazy. I didn't know I was pregnant, but yeah. Okay. And because my husband was like, "What is wrong with you? We are not getting divorced."
That's
and
really
I'm like,
it.
I didn't say we had to get divorced. I just don't feel like being married.
Okay.
That's
so you just felt like the hormones was raging.
Yeah.
That's
I just had to let him know.
Okay.
I just had to let him know.
Yeah. I definitely have had a grand gesture or two in my lifetime, and I get. So this is kind of why I'm like, if whether Cardi decides to stay or go is not really the thing. Like some people, the grand gesture works for. But after you see the sincerity in a person's heart, like Cardi, girl, make sure you don't just let this be a publicity stunt, girl. If that man, like, you really need to sit down off camera. None of us in the world need to be involved in that conversation. Sit down with that man and y'all talk that thing through
with a professional.
With a professional, because he might try to gaslight you. I'm just saying. I've been in some situations. Don't let that man let you think it was you. It wasn't, girl. You didn't cause him to cheat. You didn't make him cheat. He didn't. No. He just wanted to have community penis. That's not your problem. On that note, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we will be back with more of The Curve. All right, y'all. Hey, we are back with more of The Curve, and it is Christmas list time here at The Curve. Woo, 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 woo. So today, in this segment of the show, we are talking about favorite gifts to give, and favorite gifts to get. And I'm going to not start. I'm going to let the ladies tell you all about their Christmas presents.
Come on, Fee. What's your favorite gift to give?
So here's the thing.
Oh.
I'm not really big on Christmas and spending all that money, getting gifts and buying. I don't care about that stuff. What's important to me is spending time with my family.
Oh.
My mom, she lives in St. Louis, so she's been sick. So the one thing that I would like to happen, and I'm begging her because she's getting better, is for her to come to Atlanta and spend Christmas with us and cook some gumbo and
Mom,
you know.
Mom, come on through and cook the gumbo now.
Go.
Listen, I will buy all the ingredients. Okay, because your girl likes to eat. Okay.
Exactly. So that's the one thing I want, but I'm just not into all this.
You're not a gift
Even
giver.
with a
No.
December baby, you like.
Well, on my birthday, that's different. Give me money. But Christmas, it just has turned into something that I'm just not into.
Yeah, I get that.
It's about love for me, and you know what Christmas or the season is really about. So
Oh.
You all send Felicia some love.
Send us some love. Send us some gifts too.
I mean, I wouldn't
We
turn
do
them
take
down, but you know.
Yes, listen, ma'am.
Well, my favorite gift to give, I'm just going to tell the truth. I am a gift card person.
Wow.
Because I come from such a large family that it's hard to personalize everything, and I like gift cards. I like gift cards to Cheesecake Factory because people love Cheesecake Factory. Your Red Lobsters, your Hudson Grills. I like to give away gas cards to like the teenagers.
Come on, gas card.
College students, teenagers get gas cards.
That's wonderful.
Adults, like married couples, I like to give them date nights. So, you know how you can get the AMC. Yeah, spend some time together. If they have kids, I'll put a little 2-3 hour coupon.
Right.
Take that. The gift that I like to receive the most, like, to be honest, just peace.
Come on, peace.
Like, peace. Don't tear nothing up. Don't say nothing
Don't do me
stupid.
on the holidays.
Don't try it.
Yeah.
On
yeah.
Christmas, I mean, my grandmother used to laugh, and she was like, I can't believe you spanking that girl on Christmas. Yes, because she done tore up your blind.
And I
Like,
like that.
Yeah, just be chill. Like, I enjoy the family time.
Yeah.
I enjoy the family time, getting together. We exchange names.
Okay.
So that's a lot of fun. We play games. So that's fun. And so this year, you know, I look forward to that. Just being with my family.
Oh, y'all family. I maybe want to break out in song.
Wow.
So my favorite, so I'm a giver at Christmas. Like, I love the holidays. I always have. I love everything about the giving of gifts, and I don't necessarily have to get things, but I like to see the look on people's faces when they're like, oh, you thought about me, or oh my God, I've been wanting this, or oh, I said this 16 months ago and nobody ever remembered, and blah, 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 blah. So that's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing to do, is like to shock people and to be like, oh my goodness. I like to make people happy. Like, and I enjoy like the family gathering, but I like to cook for people. I really love, like, when we all get around the table and like there's good food and like, yeah, I like to create an experience. So I always have Christmas breakfast at my house.
Okay.
Because one, breakfast is cheaper than lunch and dinner.
Yes,
Let's talk
it
about
is.
it. Like, I can feed a whole bunch of people. It's a lot. Eggs and pancakes go a long way.
And bacon.
Yes, they do. Come on, bacon. Come on, sausage.
Wow.
They go a long way. So I really love to cook and create experiences for people. And I do like, I will say this, I do like to give Starbucks gift cards. Your girl's a little bit of a Starbucks fanatic, okay?
A little.
You didn't have to do that in front of people.
I'm
You didn't have to see how real friends do. See what your real friends will do for you in front of
Make you tell the truth. Make you tell the truth. Now, I dare you to boycott Starbucks. Did you boycott
I
Starbucks?
did. I absolutely
For how long?
was like, until after they had their diversity day, and then I was like, y'all did it right.
Oh, I was
there.
about to say for a whole day.
No, like when that foolishness happened, I was like, oh no, we can't have this. And then, like, after their diversity day was over, I felt like they had properly apologized to me.
Oh,
And
not to me.
I feel like they had privately apologized to
hilarious.
me, and they said they did wrong, and I'm here for forgiveness. Okay,
Wow.
okay,
Listen.
I'm here for the forgiveness. But yeah, I love Starbucks gift cards, and I love wine.
Okay.
No.
Right? The shade. Y'all see that shade from my left? Y'all see it? Y'all see the shade? Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one. So I love wine. So anything wine related, coffee related, I like to get and give those things. Those make me happy in my spirit. Yes.
Well, for me, I'm a lot like Shannon. I like to give the gifts that people may have mentioned 6 months ago, and they don't know that I listen. I listen very well. I listen to everything. I listen to stuff you probably don't even want me to listen to.
Ear hustler.
Yes, I am an ear hustler. But this Christmas, I think I want to be a little selfish with one of the gifts that I'm going to give out, and it's only because it's my mom.
Oh.
And I feel like my mother is being selfish with her coffee maker. And I need her to have a Keurig, so when I go down there, I can have my coffee, because she does this whole make a big pot thing and then put the leftover in the refrigerator. I mean, who drinks coffee like that?
Wait,
That's just
what?
ridiculous.
I'm not here for that leftover in the refrigerator.
Exactly.
Something about that feels.
That's
not fresh.
I really in my soul want to buy her a Keurig just because I want it when I go visit to her house. And I mean, that might be a little selfish of me, but
It is, friend, but
it's
I feel
necessary.
It.
You
Yeah,
know what?
I'm with it.
But it
understand.
happens. Let me tell you about what happened to me the other night, and I thought it was the funniest thing. Somebody did that same thing. So I went to a holiday party, which I shall not name which one I went to, and we were doing the white elephant.
Okay.
Someone intentionally bought something that they liked.
So they could get it back in the
So they could get it back.
I've done that
No, I do
Yeah,
that too.
so I said, go for it. And the rule was you could only exchange once.
Wow.
So she waited patiently and then said, I'm going to take that. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, I am here for that.
So,
I will do that.
get your Keurig for your mom.
I'm going to get the Keurig for my mother, because when I go to visit, I like to have different coffees. And it's just, it makes me happy.
So listen, QVC, 6 easy payments. I'm just saying. QVC, they got it, the new one.
Really?
I got it. Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I can't get her one
6
better
easy
than
payments
mine.
for you. See, okay, so
Maybe
the
I can
Keurig.
give her mine and then get me a new one.
Perhaps.
Would that be bad?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
cheap.
it is.
That's cheap and
Don't do
taxes.
this to your
Mama,
mom.
listen.
I'm
if
just
your,
saying. She ain't going to
now
use
you
it.
can
It's
buy
for
yourself-
me.
Mama,
No.
if your Keurig does not come in the original packaging,
Don't take it.
do not make her
Don't
take
take
it
it.
right on back to her house.
Wow.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Mama.
Okay,
That's cheap and
fine.
tacky. Don't do that.
Fine.
But
fine.
yes, QVC has the
QVC.
the one that makes the lattes on the side.
Oh.
6 easy payments.
I'm not doing that to myself.
I don't need the latte.
No, they send it first.
I'm not doing that to
I'm just
myself.
saying, they do. They send it.
No.
And then
No, I
you
just
pay
need a
payment.
simple
No, do you hear her
Just
trying
make
to
my coffee.
influence me? Peer pressure.
You right. I'll be that. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with the Keurig to make the lattes. It's good. It's yummy.
I don't need the lattes. Even though, like, one of my favorite gifts to get, I love unique coffee mugs. I have so many. I probably don't need any more, but I love unique. Even one year, I didn't know. Did y'all know the Waffle House make holiday coffee mugs?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You need to go to the headquarters over in Decatur.
Well, see, I saw it in what that year. I think it was 2 years ago. It was in my favorite color, green, and I was like, I have to get me a Waffle House just because. And I just love unique looking coffee mugs.
Oh, that's cute.
So I can have all my coffee in it.
Oh, well, okay. So, y'all, please. Bless it. But you want to give your mama the busted up.
I'm just
saying.
saying.
I'm not.
Because
no shade.
she's going to waste it. She's not even going
But
to
to
utilize
me, mothers are really hard to buy for.
And I do not, my mother will tell you, I have told her this probably been 20 years, I will not purchase her a gift unless she picks it out herself. Because she I love you, mommy. She is very picky, and like she scarred me when I was a child, and I was like, because she was like, that better not be such and such, and that's exactly what it was. Because
you don't want to forgive her, let that go.
Yeah.
no,
You don't want to let it go. That feels,
No.
Let it go. We not taking
like,
it into 2019.
boy, don't take
this-
that.
Don't take
this
that.
Mama,
was-
don't let her take that
this-
into
wow.
2019.
Let's
Don't
talk
do
about
it.
it.
Okay, this was, I didn't have a lot of money, and she just like did something spectacular, like got her license for something or whatever. So I got her engraved pen set because I knew she was gonna be writing her name and all this. And she was like, "That better not be no pen set." That just shattered me for life, mommy.
Don't let
for
her.
life.
Mama, don't let her take that.
I need
into
everybody to take a
2019.
deep
She
breath
know.
at the
Yeah,
table.
I need everybody who is out there in webland to extend your hand this way. We
Yeah.
gonna
No,
pray.
No, 'cause that's
Just-
not the only
because
gift she's
it's
done
just
that with Victoria's Secret
shade.
pajamas.
Mm-mm.
She's done that
Nope.
with
I'm
clown
not gonna let you do that to
figurines
Mama.
that
No, we're
she
not
loves
doing
to collect.
nothing,
No.
Mama.
She
Yeah,
did it.
mm-mm.
She has broken me.
Nope, not
You
doing
broke
that to
me,
Mama.
Mama.
Mama,
You
we
broke me.
appreciate you, and we will get you. You let us know what you
Yes.
want, and we'll make sure this one
We'll
gets
put
it.
in.
Wow.
Y'all, that is going to wrap up our episode. We have had fun
Yes.
kicking it with y'all, having a little wine, chilling, kicking it,
Yes.
and talking to everyone. We want you to make sure that you stay amazing throughout the entire week. Love and light to everyone, and as always, continue to live life on the curve. Be easy.